renaming Culture Corner COVID Corner this week because I want to know if COVID conspiracy theories are becoming COVID conspiracy facts. We were all told we were idiots when we questioned whether wearing face masks all the time was really necessary, but now Professor Dame Jenny Herries tells us there is no proof face masks worked against COVID. She's no dangerous crank. She is the UK Health Security Agency boss and England's former Deputy Chief Medical Officer. And we were laughed out of town when we said the virus might possibly be man-made. But now Michael Gove, no less, is saying the exact same thing. OK, Michael Gove is a dangerous crank, but the point is still valid. Susie, what do you make of these revelations?
I'm not surprised, but I think my COVID mask, I don't know what you guys were like, but I was like the most dirtiest COVID mask. It was like being in my coat and I just have to get it out and it'd be like, oh, God. Yeah. I think it was like I probably made myself sick. It was just covered in dog hair and rubbish. But is it just me being really dirty?
No, I had to go into a supermarket and didn't have one, and I found one in a bush and put it on. It was just theatre. You had to wear it to get in.
It is theatre.
Yeah.
I never wore a COVID mask. All I did was I would go like this. Whenever I walked into a shop, I would go, and they would go, okay.
For people on the radio, Lewis is gesticulating at his face. Not really sure what it meant.
It's like I don't need to. Maybe I can get away with it because I'm so old.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. I mean, you could just get out of wearing a face mask by saying you're exempt, which is amazing.
It makes no sense because you had to stay at home if you were vulnerable. You didn't go out at all. But if you had a lanyard to say you was freaked out by face masks, you were allowed out. But you would be spreading.
And then I'd buy those...
I'm sorry, you shouldn't be allowed out if you can't wear a face mask. If we have to wear them, if people have to wear them and you can't, then you can't go out.
But it turns out, according to Dame Jenny Harries, that it was all COVID theatre. It was all a charade.
I've got to take issue with some of the wording of that. It's not. They weren't COVID conspiracies. They were spoilers because they've all come true. Absolutely. But man, this thing about where did it originate from? Oh, it's from bat kebabs. It's like bat kebabs. Where'd you get them? All down on the market next to the disease factory. It's like, of course, even if it came from the bat, the virus in the bat must have come out of the lab. It's a bit of a coincidence.
Yeah.
But at the time, if you said that, you was like, oh, you're a nut job. Tinfoil hat. It's like, oh, come on.
And the people who are quashing these conspiracy theories, so, for example, I think there's 26 scientists signed a letter in The Lancet, which used to be a reputable medical publication, saying that the COVID lab leak theory was a complete nonsense and a fabrication and a lie. And it turned out they were all receiving funding from the Chinese government, and they were all basically coerced into signing it.
Fauci was involved in the funding of the gain-of-function research, wasn't he?
Right.
Apparently. But it's absolutely, like, at this point, they know where it came from.
Yeah.
But like you said, Gove brought it up, and the chair of this inquiry was like, well, that's divisive. It's like, well, you could say that about anything. Any political... Brexit, you can't... That's too divisive.
Yeah.
But that's what you're trying to get to the bottom of it.
And if it's a fact... I mean,
Facts aren't political, are they? The truth's the truth. It should be.
Yeah. In 1610, it was incredibly divisive to say that the Earth orbited the Sun instead of the Sun orbited the Earth.
Heresy.
Let's take it one step further, which is COVID never really existed, period. Not that it came out, not that it was bats or it came out. It's diversionary to blame China. The fact is that there's no such thing as a virus.
Lewis, I swear, you're a deep state glowy who's been planted here to make us look like conspiracy theorists.
No, I'm making you seem reasonable because people aren't saying what I'm saying, which is I don't think that viruses, that there is such a thing called viruses. There's bits of genetic material that's floating about, but is that a virus? I don't think so.
But bits of genetic material that are floating around. I mean, you just described Dumfries.
The swimming pool.
Yeah. Luckily, it floats.
No.
Well, the flu went away, didn't it? That was good that the flu sat back. The flu was like, oh, you guys have got this. I'll just be on the sidelines when you need me.
So basically, all it was the flu.
That's what I'm saying.
And the flu is also made up. It's just...
No, I've had the flu. I had COVID and I've had the flu, and it was the same symptoms.
Yeah, of course. No, I'm not saying you didn't get sick, but what did you get sick from? Vitamin D deficiency?
No, I got COVID. I mean, I wasn't one of these staunch anti-vaxxers. I just didn't get it because I couldn't be bothered. It was 110 yards.
I wasn't not anti-vax in general. I wasn't anti-vax until they started talking about mandating it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't know about that. And then they were like, oh, you're right wing. I'm like, I don't think that's right wing.
Yeah.
I think that's the opposite.
And now you are right wing.
Well, the thing about left left wing is you call yourself left wing, but people tell you you're right wing. Like people are going, "You're right wing." It's like, no, I'm not. They're like, yeah, you are. Just like, oh, am I all right?
And when they started trying to really coerce and force you to take the vaccine, I felt like a woman being asked to drink a gin and tonic that Bill Cosby had made. It was it was an appalling situation to be in, and that's when I got suspicious. And I was like, right, I'm not going to get it, because surely we need a control group just in case the cranks are right.
Even forget that. I'm not even worried about the sort of danger of it. It's just being sort of relatively young and healthy. I take my chances. I mean, you should be able to make that decision. If I want to go out in the summer no sun cream, I should be able to go out in the summer no sun cream.
Yeah, you're only relatively young.
You are allowed
next to Lewis.
I mean, yeah, that's what they've got him on. No, this is you look like the picture in my attic. But I'm just saying we look similar. That's what I'm saying.